Salutations, this is Grem Devel. Welcome back to episode 10 of our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress at Katentishgad, also known as the, what did we realize last episode? It's called the Bodice of Sculptures. That's right, the Bodice of Sculptures also seems to be the name of our fortress. Okay, so as I said yesterday, if you didn't watch last episode, episode 9, I recommend watching that first. That was part 1 of our Meet the Dwarves, I guess, 2-part series. Today we're going to be meeting, so last episode we met Ryzen, Sibrick, and Onal. Today we're going to be meeting the other 4 dwarves that are part of our fortress. And it took a little while last time, so I do want to make sure that we finish in a timely manner. And hopefully we'll be naming all of our dwarves today too. Although we'll see, I may have to do that off camera if it's just taking me way too long to think of anything due to my very obvious lack of creativity. But without further ado, let's get started with a deal. View unit. One thing, you know what? I forgot to look at the relationship. I looked at the relationships of Ryzen and forgot. I just realized I forgot to do that with Sibrick and Onal. Let's do that really quickly. The relationships for Sibrick. Okay, just like Ryzen, Sibrick is a friend with everyone else in the fort and doesn't seem to have any other relationships. And then Onal, hopefully, is the same. View unit, relationships. Yep, Kib is the lover. And that's good. That's fine. But I said good because Kib is one of our 7 dwarves. They can do whatever they want with their love lives. I don't really care. And yeah, just friends with the other 5 dwarves. And Onal. And so we knew that Onal had Mistem, and I guess a kitten, probably Mistem's kitten. Mistem, I think, Tombed Orbs, is the cat that adopted Onal. Seems that cat also had a kitten, and that kitten, Udil, also adopted Onal. So Onal is very popular among the cats, which is good because Onal seems to be really annoyed by snails, which accost him. Looking at this cat. So it's probably good that he has cats following him, and maybe those cats can take care of those snails that he hates so much. Okay, so a deal. Within the last season's board. Well, okay, so the quote, "We should all be so lucky as to truly master a skill." That's telling. So he's upset because he's not able to pray, and he apparently worships a different god than the other 3 dwarves we looked at so far, Mishthem Breach Jewels. So we'll have to build a temple pretty soon, because I think Onal also, or one of our other dwarves, actually I think it was Sibrick. Sibrick was also a little upset that she couldn't pray to her god. What else is annoying you right now? Chairs we know about. Okay, that all looks okay. Annoyed when caught in the rain. Yeah. He is tall and muscular. His sideburns are clean-shaven, which I believe all of our male dwarves have clean-shaven sideburns, whatever that means. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids. Again, all of our male dwarves seem to carry this style. I wonder if that's like a cultural thing. I wouldn't be surprised because if this game had that kind of thing going on. His very long beard is braided. His very long hair is arranged in double braids. His nose is slightly hooked. His hair is charcoal. His skin is ecru. His eyes are amethyst. All of our dwarves so far have ecru skin and amethyst eyes. I think all of our male dwarves also have braided long beard. Oh, no, I think one of them, Onal's long beard is just neatly combed. I could be wrong about that, though. Anyway, he is indefatigable, agile, and strong. So maybe a deal would have been a better choice for our military. I mean, he will be in our military, but as our militia commander, because our militia commander, Onal, he is a little impatient. But anyway, this is, okay, clean, where was I? Agile and strong. Adil likes Periclase, lay pewter, milk quartz, bayberry wood wood, the color ivory, bucklers, and the sight of the glosses of ensorceling. That must be a land mass in this world. When possible, he prefers to consume giant elephant. I don't think we have any of those around. Bat ray. Maybe, hopefully that's some kind of manta ray, like a fish. Raspberry wine. And single grain wheat seeds. I don't know if we have any of those. He absolutely detests flies. He has a great feel for social relationships, an amazing spatial sense, a great deal of patience, very good focus, a lot of willpower, and good creativity. I'm going to sing a lot of negatives here. Most of our other dwarves have at least one negative in this section, and Adil seems just pretty good at stuff. And just based on these qualities, seems like he's going to be really good in our military. So we'll definitely need to do that. Maybe we'll make Adil our good at swordsmanship, something, whatever weapon he's good at. We'll definitely train him up. Like others in his culture, he holds craftsdwarfship to be of the highest ideal. So a lot of this stuff all our dwarves seem to have in common: respect for law, prizes loyalty, values family greatly, friendship. Honesty, respects artists, respects those that take the time to master a skill, those that work hard for their labors, respects fair dealing, fair play, values cooperation, finds merrymaking and partying worthwhile activities, values martial prowess, leisure time, and respects commerce. One of our daughters, I think Sibrek didn't care for commerce, values knowledge and finds nature somewhat disturbing. He personally greatly respects individuals that persevere through their trials and labors and values tranquility and a peaceful day. That's nice. He dreams of raising a family. He is very curious, sometimes to his detriment. He is given to flights of fancy to the point of distraction. He is somewhat scatterbrained. He has a noticeable lack of perseverance. What? I thought it said he was persevered. He had perseverance. Or maybe it just said he respects perseverance. I wish I could do like a find, like a control F in this. Okay, whatever. He has a noticeable lack of perseverance, and he finds this troubling since he values perseverance. See, I should just finish the sentence. I love those kind of paradoxical things. Those conflicted things in the dwarves' personalities. I think a couple of our dwarves have stuff like that. I think it was Onal, really is disturbed by nature, but kind of likes it too, and is kind of conflicted about it. Something like that. He is moved by art and natural beauty. And he is troubled. He is the same thing. And he is troubled by this since he dislikes the natural world. I think that's the exact same thing that Onal felt. He is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. He is currently more fearless. He tries to do things correctly each time. He is not particularly interested in what others think of him. He occasionally overindulges. He laughs in a distinct fashion when he's exasperated. I love those quirks. He needs alcohol. He likes working outdoors, grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. It's awesome that all of our dwarves seem to like working outdoors. I don't know if that's coincidence, if we're just got really lucky, or if because we've had them working outdoors, they've just grown to like it. Okay. I think that's it for Adil. So Adil is our animal trainer. I don't think any of this stuff really screams animal training. So it's possible we could switch some of these professions around. And like all the others, you were just friends with everyone else. No one's related to each other, which I think is kind of rare in Dwarf Fortress. Usually you get dwarves that are related to each other. At least some of the dwarves are related to each other. Or they're related to migrants. But none of these dwarves even seem to have family members that are alive. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the original dwarves never do, but I really thought they did. So Adil, what did we set as your animal training? We already knew about animal caretaking, cheese milking. So basically, yeah, you deal with our animals. I mean, it might be fine for you to if no one else has those skills, then there's no reason for you. It's not like there are other crafting skills that you really wanted, that Adil really wants to do. And he can still do those animal-related things while training in the military, which it seems like is a strength of his. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay, next up is Datan, our doctor, our chief medical dwarf. Datan feels so good. Always nice to hear. Thank you for letting us know, Datan. Datan Wheels C. Oh, what was the nickname of Adil? Adil is Treaty Obeyed. Some weird last names. Okay, but whoops. Datan Wheels C. Euphoric due to inebriation. What are you annoyed at? Lack of chairs. Bitter after getting into an argument. Okay. Worshipper of Voodness, who I believe is also the god of Sibrek. She is a citizen of the Cudgel of Impa. Yes, we know all this. She is 55. That's pretty young for a dwarf. She is tall, but has quite ill-defined muscles. Her hair is greasy. Her short hair is neatly combed. She has very low cheekbones, and she has a broad chin. Her ears have nearly fused earlobes. She has a high voice. Sibrek, I think it said Sibrek had a squeaky voice. So our females have high voices. Her extremely tall head is extremely narrow. Her nose bridge is slightly convex. Her hair is burnt umber. Her skin is ecru. Her eyes are amethyst. She is very weak. Datan likes basalt, silver, red flash opal, gems, doors, the words of the Persuader of Justices. Persuader of Justices must be a really great book or author. And the sound of the amethyst sweetness. When possible, she prefers to consume seahorse. Blood amaranth beer. Blood amaranth is just a plant, I think. Maybe we have some, I think. Actually, I think we do. 2 humped camel's milk and purple amaranth flower. She absolutely detests rats. She has great creativity and a good intellect, but she has a shortage of patience, poor focus, and next to no natural music ability, and next to no empathy. Those are definitely not great qualities for a doctor. So again, maybe we'll switch her profession with someone else. I don't know. I mean, we've already built up. I mean, not built up, but we started her off with some doctor-ish skills. But it's pretty bad that she's our chief medical dwarf and she has poor focus and lack of empathy. I don't know. Like others in her culture, she has a great deal of respect for the law, prizes loyalty, family, friendship, artists, taking the time to master a skill, respects those that work hard, fair dealing, fair play, cooperation, merrymaking and partying, martial prowess, leisure time, commerce, and knowledge. I don't think the others valued knowledge so much. She personally thinks that there is something deeply wrong with people that persevere through adversity. Like, you went through that? What's wrong with you? I would have just folded. She respects power. She values good craftsmanship. She does not particularly value the truth, and she doesn't care about nature one way or another. You know, so far, I think I like Datan least of all of her dwarves. She dreams of creating a great work of art. I don't know if that's ever going to happen if you don't value, if you think there's something wrong with people that persevere through adversity. She's very polite and observes appropriate rules of decorum when possible. She is currently more rude. She sounds snobby. She tends to be more passive in discussions. Says passive-aggressive. She prefers to present herself modestly. She sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. She's currently more confident. She occasionally overindulges. She tends to avoid any physical confrontations, and she works to square this natural tendency with her respective martial prowess. Okay, interesting. She often feels lustful. I would not have expected that. She has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. Okay. She has a tendency to go it alone without considering the advice of others. She is currently more fearless, etc. She likes working outdoors, grumbles only mildly at inclement weather, like all of our dwarves, I think, which is awesome. Overall, she is somewhat focused with satisfied needs. Okay. Yeah, she's not my favorite. Uh she seems a little snobby, although surprisingly horny, I guess, for lack of a better word, lustful. I assume that's what that means. Although she's not in a relationship with anyone. She doesn't sound like a great person to be in a relationship with. But maybe one of our dwarves likes these traits. Okay, but she is our doctor, and that's what she's good at. What are her relationships? Okay, just friends with everyone. And what did we give you? You're a skilled grower and herbalist also. So we have you doing some farming also, which seems fine. So you're a snobby doctor. And I think we also give you fishing, I guess, which is fine. Actually, I don't know if we gave you fishing or you just started with fishing or you just decided to do some fishing. In any case, I think fishing is active for Datan. Okay, that was Datan. Let's keep going. We have 2 more to go. Let's go for Kib. Kib, what's up with you? We already know that you're in a relationship with Onal. Is that right? Yep, with Onal. Okay. Okay, so you are very satisfied. That's good. You felt love after talking with a lover. That's very sweet. You're romantically involved. You're a worshiper of Voodness, which is good. So far I think we have 3 deities, and most worship either Voodness or another one that begin with an A. I can't remember the name. 62 years old, pretty moderate. She is tall and very fat. She has a recessed chin. Her ears are extremely tall. Her head is somewhat tall. Her hair is chocolate. Her medium-length hair is arranged in double braids. Her skin is ecru. Her eyes are amethyst. Kib is our farmer, which is good to remember. She is quick to tire and quite susceptible to disease and very weak. Okay, so you're fat and weak, and you tire quickly. Kib likes hornblende, trifle pewter, indigo tourmaline, giant warthog hooves, blue shark tooth, giant magpie bone, amulets, and llamas for their jutting teeth. We can make some amulets. When possible, she prefers to consume giant snail and quinoa beer. Quinoa? I don't know how you pronounce it. Quinoa. That's right, it's quinoa. She absolutely detests slugs. She has a deep well of patience and iron will, a good kinesthetic sense and good spatial sense, but she has an iffy memory. Like others in her culture, she holds craftsmanship, etc., highest ideals. She celebrates artisans, respect for law, prizes loyalty, values family, friendship, respects artists, respects those that take the time to master a skill, respects those that work hard, fair dealing, fair play, cooperation, merrymaking, partying, martial prowess, leisure time, commerce, knowledge, and you find nature somewhat disturbing. Okay. She personally finds maintaining decorum a silly, fumbling waste of time. I like the cyan colored things. I like they're like this is something special about this dwarf, and does not particularly value the truth. She dreams of raising a family, which is nice because you're in a relationship, and honestly, it seems to be one of the only things you got going for you in terms of skills, or not skills, but you know what I mean. She sounds nice. She sounds like a very nice person, but she's weak. She's just weak and tires easily and doesn't seem that great at much. But I'm glad she's happy. I'm glad she's in this relationship with Onal. But Onal, I don't think, dreamed of raising a family. And I don't think he wanted a family, if memory serves. So hopefully that's not a wedge between them. We want things to work out between Kib and Onal. She is completely convinced of her own worthlessness. Oh, I'm sorry I said anything negative. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Kib. I shouldn't have said anything. She is never moved by the emotions of others. She relies on the advice of others during decision-making. She is a pessimist. She prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible. She sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. She is currently more confident, though. She is quick to form negative views about things, so she sounds a little depressing. She doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges. She is moved by art and natural beauty, and but troubled by this because she dislikes the natural world. She has a greedy streak. I would not have expected that. She has a tendency towards forming deep emotional bonds with others. She can easily fall in love or develop positive sentiments. Yeah, so it sounds like Onal probably isn't the right guy. Like, isn't the person that you would have thought she would be in a relationship with. But she probably just fell for him because she sounds like the kind of dwarf that, just falls hard for whoever's around. She will often touch others when greeting them. Oh yeah, needy person. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. Likes working outdoors. Grumbles only mildly inclement weather. Overall, she's somewhat focused with satisfied needs. Okay, so that's interesting. Kib is a little depressing. She seems nice. I don't dislike her or anything, but I'm not sure how useful she's gonna be. I think she's doing a fine job with her farming, and she seems to like doing the work she's doing. But she's the only one she's the only female in a relationship. She'll probably be the first one to have a baby in our fort. So that's Kib. And lastly, we have Onal. Onal, what's up with you? Onal, I can't remember if Onal's male or female. Onal's male. Art is life. That's very telling. Within the last season, very bored after not being able to practice craft. Yeah, because I made you the manager, so you're not doing much. I should probably give you something to do because you're probably really bored. We have another god, a worshiper of Datan, calmed, helpful, the honesty of clearing. That sounds like a nice god. All right, so that's 4 gods total that our dwarves worship. So we could make a temple for each one, although we'll probably just start with a general temple and then at some point make individual temples. He is the broker. Yes, we made you the broker and the manager. He is 76 years old. I think that's our oldest dwarf. Oh, no, maybe we had one in the 80s. But again, that's not too old for a dwarf. Very tall and fat. Okay. So we have 2 fat dwarves. His sideburns, although this one isn't weak. His sideburns are clean shaven, as is the style in Katentish God. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids, as is the style. His very long beard is neatly combed. His long hair is arranged in double braids. He has a very high-pitched voice. He has low cheekbones. His somewhat narrow ears are tall. His hair is pumpkin. His skin is ecru, his eyes are amethyst. Yep, so that's all of our dwarves have ecru skin and amethyst eyes. He is rarely sick, but he is quick to tire and quite clumsy. Onal likes bismuthenite, sterling silver, cat's eye, giant deer hoof, the color brown, leggings, turkeys for their gobble. Okay, maybe we should make you the animal trainer. Although we don't train our turkeys, so it doesn't really matter. The words of the Persuader of the Justice. Yeah, Persuader of Justices is like a pop culture icon. And the sound of the crimson turquoise. When possible, he prefers to consume banded knifefish, turnip wine, and hard wheat seeds. He absolutely detests bark scorpions. I don't know what a bark scorpion is, but I don't think I like them either. He has great creativity, a good kinesthetic sense, and the ability to focus, but he has little willpower and poor spatial sense. I think that's fine for our broker/manager. Like others in his culture, he holds craftsmen, etc., prizes, loyalty, family, friendship, respects artists, respects honesty, those that take their time to master skill, those that work hard, fair dealing, fair play, cooperation, merrymaking, partying, martial prowess, leisure time, commerce, knowledge, finds nature disturbing. He personally values eloquence and prefers a noisy, bustling life to boring days without activity. Well, the eloquence is good for our manager/broker, I think. But it's too bad. Yeah, we need to give you more to do. He dreams of creating a great work of art. So maybe we can give him some crafting to do. That sounds good. He has such a developed sense of optimism, that he always assumes that the best outcome will eventually occur no matter what. He is very friendly, always tries to say nice things to others. He sometimes acts with little determination and confidence, but he is currently more confident. He tends to be swayed by the emotions of others. He doesn't cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing his mind. He does not often feel lustful. He is stubborn. He has a tendency towards forming deep emotional bonds with others. See, it sounds like he would have been a good match for Kib. He often acts with compassion. He is quite ambitious. He doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges. He likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly in inclement weather. So that's all of our dwarves like working outdoors and grumble only mildly in inclement weather, which is excellent. Okay. I like Onal. He's fat and he has a high-pitched voice, but he's super nice. He's just a super nice guy. Just a really great guy to be around, it sounds like. Okay. And your relationships, yep, just like everyone else. And you worship this god who sounds kind of cool. I'm kind of curious about this god. A deity of the cudgel of empires, Datan most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with consolation. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for Onal. I kind of want to know, actually, since we're doing this, let's look at the other three gods too. Ryzen's god is Aral, and Aral is a deity. Oh, the cudgel of empires must be like our whole world. Aral most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with war and fortresses. Okay. And then Sibrek's god, who I believe is also the god of someone else, of Datan, maybe. Where view unit, relationships, voodness. The deity most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with victory. Okay. And then I think, was it Kib or who was it? Who worshipped the other dwarf? Maybe it was Datan. No? Was it Onal? No, we just looked at Onal. Onal? Onal? I can't. We're going to rename those guys, don't worry. No, there's a Rawl. It's a Rawl. Was it Kib? Relationships. No, that's Voodness. There was one. I know it. Was it Datan? No. Who am I forgetting about? Adil, Onal, Kib. What is wrong? I cannot remember who the other god was. Oh, no, we just looked at you. And we looked at you. Maybe this is a different Aral? I don't think so, though. War and Fortresses, no? I thought there were 4 gods. I really did. Sibrek? No, you're Voodness. I'm sorry, guys. I'm wasting time just looking at... Oh, okay, here we go. Mishthem. Yeah, Adil's god. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. The deity, a male dwarf, takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with poetry and persuasion. In a time before time, Mishthem aided the lizard fiend Quathari in becoming a permanent part of the living world after pondering the ineffable subtleties of poetry. The ritual took place in Cradlenose, using mellow plays the awe-inspiring meteor. Well, so this is the only god that has like a story behind him, which is definitely interesting. Okay, so this episode's gone on a little longer than usual. And we still haven't named any of our dwarves. So I think I'm going to do that off camera. And then next episode, we're going to start with me showing you what I named all of our dwarves. And then we will continue to work on our fortress, continue to work on this aquifer here, which is going very well. We're going to actually make some goblets, now that we know what people are complaining about. Make some goblets, put some chairs in our dining room here. And so we're gonna do all that next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.